They say an Englishman's home is his castle, but living in a flat, I don't find that at all.
Some younger people don't look at you as a person who was once like them.
If I go in a car shop, I've got to ask for people to get me like birthday cards and that. But some people are too busy to help you.
Because of the amount of people that are in the area, it's so difficult. They just fight for every single job. I don't know how they can make it better, I really don't.
Well, first of all, I was in recovery myself, and then as I progressed through recovery and got myself better, I started to meet and greet people, and then from that I've done a lot of other courses and stuff.
If you know where to get advice from, it's easy. I think if you don't know where to find out about things, then you've got absolutely no idea.
I've worked in a food bank myself, and I've had a person come in with no shoes or no socks on because he didn't have any, and we actually gave him some shoes and socks that we had in the place. So that was how poor he was, the poor fella. And you see people like that all the time. It's quite regular. It's not nice.
There's been a lot of alterations to the road, very new road leading up to the motorway, to create a new village, which is excellent for the young ones at night. There's wine bars, there's cafes.
Everything has changed. The world has become an awful place in some place. We don't communicate like we used to, and they're frightened of change.
Everybody talked to everybody. Doors were left open, people walked in and out of each other's houses all the time. It's not like that anymore now, because there's a big influx of Eastern European people coming to the area, and it's made people a bit more secure and a bit more cautious. It's changed completely now.
I remarried, moved to Salford, to my new wife's flat, which was on the first floor. A block of flats with 12 flats. On the floor that we're on, there were a number of unusual people, to say the least. One of them, a lady, a very attractive lady, lives opposite us, and she has funny ways, like she wants the fire doors left open.
It's difficult to get work because there's so many people in this community now. It's massive. It's flooded the community with Eastern European people, and it's just 30 or 40 people at every interview, so it's not easy to get a job anywhere. The age is a factor, but it's against the law to not give me an interview. But you know when you're going in for an interview, they're not going to give you the job, because there's younger people, more experienced people are going to get the job straight away.
I think a lot of my problem as well was isolation, coming out of work and having nothing to do, so I had a lot of ruminating time on me, so like my mind kept ticking over, and plus I've had traumas and things like that kept coming back to me.
When I first came home, I'd gone in fully fit to neighbour. I came home in a wheelchair, not able to walk. It was quite traumatising. I didn't want to go out, I didn't want to face anybody, I didn't want to go anywhere that I thought might be difficult, if there were steps, if there was anywhere I couldn't open doors.
My mental health is not too bad now. I mean, I did suffer with depression, anxiety, stress, all those things, where at the same time a sort of heart attack, everything, family matters and everything were all at the same time, so I wasn't in a very good place.
The thing is, when in my head at that moment when I was really bad, I didn't want anyone to speak to. I made a big wall to keep myself in and to keep others out, and that's what I never tried to. It was only eventually when I did get a little help that I found that this big wall that I've built, I couldn't get out of. I've not used all the facilities that are open to me, but the ones that I have, mainly the ones where it's not so much clinical stuff. It's about just people talking to you, and I found that was the best.
There is services out there, and I personally don't want them to be bothered with me.
I've never claimed a benefit before in my life, you know, so and that particular process is really dense, and the paperwork is massive, and I wasn't sure whether or not I was eligible or not eligible, and you can never get anyone on the helplines constantly engaged, and so it was just a case of I put it off. I actually put off filling in the paperwork for nearly 12 months because I just couldn't face it.
I had a favourite pub which I used to frequent quite often, was called the House at Jack Built. It was more than a place to get a pint of beer. It was a place where you could meet and socialise with your friends, see if everybody was okay.
The first group I attended was Smart Recovery. I was silent, I said nothing, but I listened. I heard others open up about their troubles, their issues, but to be honest, I felt comfortable in the room. This allowed me gradually to open up and to be able to speak about my problems.
Many years ago I had a personal family tragedy that made me not want to do anything or leave the house. After a few years, I started going to the local community centre with a close friend. It got me out of the house and really helped me. It made me feel so much better and got to know lots of other people there. Unfortunately, the centre closed and I was devastated what to do next. But I had built up my confidence and started to go to other community spaces doing new activities.